Hello, my name is Brandon Enright, and today I want to show off Eric Vergo's Rex Skewb. This is a vertex turning puzzle, a vertex turning cube, and it has a curvy cut that crosses at the corners, so that's like the Rex Skewb. And then it also has this deep cut bisecting plane that cuts the puzzle like a Skewb. So compare that to a Rex Skewb. The cut's curvy and it goes from corner to corner. And compare that to a Skewb that has a bisecting plane that cuts it into two halves. And this is the puzzle you get. Now, this puzzle is essentially the exact same thing as an Elite Skewb that doesn't have corners. So if you look at a Master Skewb, and you compare that to a Skewb, the Skewb has this deep cut that goes from face center to corner, and it cuts the puzzle in half. If you make that cut slightly shallower, you bring it that way, and you bring that cut that way, you'll make a middle band in the center here. And that's exactly what's been done on the Master Skewb. So this center no longer goes to the corner, just like this center no longer goes to that corner. And so you have this middle band in here. Now, that's the Master Skewb. If you then split this middle band into two slices, so instead of having layer, layer, and then middle slice layer, if you split this band in the middle and then you had two slices, that's exactly what you'd get on this puzzle. Or that's exactly what you get on the Elite Skewb, where you have that middle band sliced into two. So if you just look at these two slices on this middle band together, they're just like a Master Skewb. Or, well, they're just like a curvy Master Skewb. And if you look at them separately, it's just like an Elite Skewb. And the only difference is that since this cut is curvy, it eliminates these corners. This is a very fantastic puzzle. It turns quite well. I have it sort of medium tightness right now. It could be looser, it could be tighter. The Skewb turns have a teeny tiny bit less friction to them. I think there's just less surface area. I'm not sure. And so you have to kind of hold the slice when you're doing the vertex turn, so that because it sort of prefers doing the middle slice, the Skewb turn. And you can, of course, it doesn't really take misalignment so great. Like, it'll work, but not beautifully. And internally, even though this is a vertex turning puzzle, so it has like 8 turnable axes, or 4 if you want to count them, through the puzzle. The way Eric has designed it, it's really a genius design. There's 2 copies of every part except for the center. So there's 2 different versions of these wings. There's 2 different versions of all these pieces. And he did that so that he could make the puzzle have tetrahedral symmetry. So internally, on the spherical core inside here, there's 4 screws and 4 axes. And so if you turn it, so that right there, that's a floating corner. And if that's a floating corner, it must mean that this is a screwed in corner. So I'm able to pull out that little fake plug and I have access to a screw. And so there are 4 screws on this puzzle, and the puzzle is actually a tetrahedron. And this is a shape mod that's turned it into a cube. So you can think of it sort of like this. Just like this Skewb is equivalent to the Jinx Pyraminx. And so there's the tetrahedral symmetry hiding in this puzzle. Eric has exploited that to make the mechanism in this puzzle significantly simpler. I'm sure it cut down on print cost. It definitely cuts down on assembly complexity, and it makes for quite a good puzzle. The only issue I have with this puzzle is that if you turn this vertex halfway, so on these centers, there are these 2 pieces, and the way the center is shaped, because of it's a tetrahedron, it has 2-fold symmetry rather than 4-fold symmetry, although it looks like it's 4-fold on the outside. Just like a Skewb, you can only rotate the centers by 180, you can't rotate them by 90. And so this group of pieces, when I pull down on it, it's relatively solid. So that if this group of pieces is solid, it means this group of pieces is also solid, which means these two are much less solid. So I'm gonna have to be careful here. But if you turn that, these pieces are a lot looser. And if you push on them too hard, they can actually lift the center out. And so when you're turning this puzzle, you just have to be mindful. You have to sort of hold it in such a way that you don't end up like pushing down on those pieces. I don't believe that it's going to be an issue in actually using the puzzle at all. It's just something that you have to be mindful of. And you can actually reduce how easy it is to pop the puzzle by making it tighter. It's sort of at the cost of, you know, it won't turn quite as smoothly as this turns. I tumbled this, obviously. This is sort of a medium tumble job. I could have tumbled it for longer and smoothed it out more, but I didn't see the need to. I thought that it was going to come out absolutely great as is. And so this is definitely not the best tumble job that I've ever done, but it's a pretty good one, and it didn't take that long. And the puzzle looks great, feels great, it's very smooth, so I'm quite happy with it. And because I've tumbled it, the puzzle's like broken in. You know, it's as good as it's going to get, and it's really good right now, so I couldn't ask for more. I do have a set of stickers from Oliver, and so I'm going to sticker the puzzle, and then I'm going to resume the video from there. Alrighty, the Rex Skewb is stickered. The stickers fit perfectly. The additional rounding of the edges due to the tumbling did not have any effect on the shape or placement of the stickers. They look really good. This is the first time I think I've ever placed stickers from Oliver, and they're really nice. I'm quite pleased with the result. The puzzle obviously still turns great. You know, it's really like doesn't really take any work. It's almost frictionless. If you don't get it perfectly lined up, there's a little bit of a friction mid-turn, but it doesn't really affect, basically it's not a problem. It doesn't jam up or catch or pop or anything like that. Yeah, see, there we go. It's sort of caught, and I don't really want to force it. I don't know exactly. Oh, there we go. What did I do here? There we go. See, because if I force it, I'm worried that because I have the puzzle so loose, I'm worried that I'm going to make it pop. So I don't want to force it. So there we go. I don't think it's going to affect the actual solving of the puzzle. Looks really good. I'm really pleased. Eric did a really good job. So that's the Rex Skewb. I really recommend this puzzle. I guess the only thing I really need to warn about is, again, just this can be a little bit loose, so you have to be a little bit careful. Other than that, it looks great, and the tumbling came out really nice on it. Thanks for watching.